So April was pretty good. I had several things on my list to do. So yeah, you can just be part of that. First thing I really enjoy doing is cleaning up my studio when I arrive. So I just make some space for the day and put all cables and things away and clean my desk. So this is what I do mostly every morning. Not every morning, but most of them. And the first thing I had to do was scan all of my drawings, which were quite a lot. It was almost 600 of the small ones. And I scanned them all to have them online, to have them as an archive, and also be able to send them to customers. And besides that, I also scanned all of my stencil papers, which you can see here. I really collect them every time I do work. And yeah, scanning was an important part because I really want to use them for a book I want to publish next year. So it was almost 2 or 3 days just of scanning drawings and those stencils. Riding with a bike, yeah, that's one of my favorite things in the day. So I drew a line on my wall where the nail's gonna be later on for the smaller drawings. And after that I prepared some bigger canvases, and especially the frames for those canvases, which was basically drill some holes in the back of the frames to connect them later on. But I did not decide yet which frame. I did not decide which painting I want to have framed, so I put them back to the storage room. So for the upcoming open studio days, which we have 2 times in a year, I decided to show some smaller works. And this is me, how I prepare the frames and the canvases. As some of you know, you can also buy your canvases pre-stretched and already painted in white and everything, fresh out of the box. But I really enjoy building them on my own, which also gives me more control over how my work's gonna look later. For example, I really like it when the sides of the canvases are not painted white. I really enjoy it when you can still see the raw canvas, and sometimes I also use raw canvas or paint on the raw canvas, which it just gives me more control if I decide the size on my own and decide which canvas and which color I want to use as a background. while working at the studio, I usually wear like old working clothes because I'm that type of guy who just has dirty hands and just puts them on the trousers, or like uses the sweatshirt to just clean my hands. So this is pretty common and pretty easy for me to just clean my hands on my clothes. And the socks I'm wearing are just my recovery socks, because a few days before I went on a long run, and they look funny, but they're pretty good for recovery. So next thing I had to do was to pack up some bigger paintings for an exhibition in Berlin. So the exhibition opened at Künstlerhaus Britannien in May, and I already had to send them to Berlin, like I guess almost 2 weeks before. And I was lucky enough that two good friends of mine said yes when I asked if I can send them to their place till I come to Berlin and prepare them for the exhibition. So big thanks to my friends Nick and Isa. You helped me a lot, thank you. You will see some parts of the exhibition in the next video. After almost every use you have to clean that thing completely, which is pretty annoying sometimes, but it has to be done, otherwise you will destroy your airbrush machine, or like the pistol. So I try to do that in the evening before I leave the studio. As I mentioned before, we had some open studio days, so people could come and visit all the studios in the house, which I think we have like around 40 studios or so. So we have that event 2 times in a year, and this was the spring or summer event. So I decided to make some more small airbrush works, which is the reason I bought even more frames and prepared them. So it's basically the same thing again, put them together, stretch some canvas, and then paint them white. Also some cleaning had to be done, because you don't want to put that raw canvas on some dirty floor. So everything again, stretch the canvas, put it on the frames, and color it white, paint it white. Then I decided to make some more works with the airbrush machine, with the airbrush. But you will see more of it in the next video. So that's it. That was April 24. See you next month.